Yes, you can sell JPGs on Etsy and make $1,000 a month as a beginner. I did it and I'm sure that you can do it as well. We're going to sell printable wall art, but you can use my strategy to sell any digital products in any file format that you want. It doesn't have to be JPG, but that's what I did. I'm gonna grab your hand and I'm going to share with you step by step the process of my strategy. Let's begin. The first thing we need to do is to find out what kind of images we want to sell. To do that, we need to do research on Etsy. I want you to think about the customer first. We need to find a group of people who spend money. For example, let's say therapists. They will spend money for art to decorate their offices, but it's kinda saturated. I wouldn't recommend it for a beginner, but you can target a certain group of people by offering, let's say, kids therapy wall art. This is called niching down. When a niche is saturated, it's better to find a smaller group of customers, which will increase your odds of people finding you. Let's see what I did, so you can understand it better. I love football and I made designs about football. The bad thing about my case is that I focused on something that I was interested in and didn't do enough research on the customers. It worked for me, but it might not work for you. For example, because more men watch football than women, I expected the majority of my customers to be men. I was completely wrong. Almost all of my customers were women and moms who were buying my designs for their kids. So my designs needed to be perfect for the moms first and then their kids. That's a good example of why you should do a research on your customers. There are slightly more female customers on Etsy, so your designs need to have an aesthetic that either is targeting the female audience or have a unisex look. To do the research, we need to go to Etsy and type the niche that you want to create. Next we go to filters and we click on star seller, and after that we can change the word star with the word best and get all the best sellers of our niche. Because these are best sellers, it means that these listings make money. Also, I recommend using a research tool like eRank, which is free, to see the competition in your niche. Now I want you to look at the designs and try to make something similar to that. Don't just copy them. Copy them and add something yours to the design. We want to offer a new twist, a new perspective, so we can stand out from our future competitors. Research for as long as possible until you find something that you believe can work out. We should have something in mind to create after the research, and now it's time to create it. The first thing that we need to do is figure out the dimensions of our design. To do that, just get back to the best sellers in your niche and see what type of file and how many files and dimensions they offer. We want to do the same as them, or we can add something extra to stand out more. It's your choice. Next, head to your editing software and set the dimensions. We want the best quality as possible. Set it to 300 dpi. When I started out, I was selling my designs in portrait, specifically in 2:3 ratio, and my designs were 4000 by 6000 pixels. This is high quality, but it wasn't enough because I wrote in my description that it could be printed up to 31 by 47 inches. Yeah, it could print only half of these dimensions. I was lucky to have good customers who kindly told me that my designs couldn't be printed in the last dimensions, and I changed them. I removed the 31 by 47 inches dimensions from my descriptions and made 20 by 30 inches the highest possible print. And then basically I made a template with 20 by 30 inches and it converted to these numbers. Before you start creating your designs, think about the printing process. Take the highest dimensions that you offer, type them into your editing software, and you won't end up making the same mistake as me. I know that most stores on Etsy offer multiple files and sizes, but I offered only this one large file. People didn't mind that I was offering one file, and if they wanted another size, they contacted me and I was resizing it for them. I think this is a mistake as well, because I could have made more sales if I offered more sizes. So yeah, it's better to have more, but it can work with only one size. Finally, we start the creating process. Remember, make something similar to the other bestsellers and add your own style to it. If you create AI art, watch this video next. If you decide to create high quality designs like me, then you need to use an upscale tool to make your designs bigger. Personally, I use 4K images in my designs, but there are times when I have to use images of low quality. That's when I use the upscale tool to save the day. Within a few seconds, you get the 4K image. This is my favorite AI tool to use for Etsy. As for creating the image, I won't tell you what or how you will create it. If I do and you follow my steps, then you will do what everyone else is doing. Copy and pasting a strategy without offering something new to the game. That's why everyone fails. I want you to think about the steps and the mistakes that are made, convert them, and apply them to your situation. That's why I didn't give an unsaturated niche as an example in the first step. If I did, then you and other people who watch this video would make the niche saturated. 9 times out of 10, when you watch a video about unsaturated niches, they get saturated after a few days. That's why I want you to search your niche on your own, so it stays unsaturated. In simpler words, create in a way that's acceptable for the targeted customers and has your own personal touch to it. Creating is easier than ever, especially now that we have the help of AI. Moving on, it's time to make mockups. The mockup is extremely important. It's like the thumbnail of a YouTube video. If the thumbnail is good, then you will click on the video. It is the same for your product. In my case, I had 5 images as mockups. The first image, which is the thumbnail, is a framed poster on a white wall. Super simple. We want our product to stand out, not the background. And most houses have white or beige walls, so it will be relatable to a lot of customers. The places that I use to find mockups are FreePic, which is free, and Creative Fabrica. Also have in mind that your thumbnail will be shown in square dimensions. The second image was just the design so that the customers knew exactly what they were going to get when they purchased. The third image is a message saying that the product is digital and they won't receive a physical product. You can see examples of this in many digital shops. The fourth image says, if you can download the file, then contact me and I will send it to you. This happens a lot for some reason. Many customers can't access the file and I have to manually send the file to their email. I recently saw an idea of sending them a Google Drive link, which can save some time. And the last image says, if you need anything else, contact me. I'll be more than happy to help you. Because of this image, I got customers to ask me if I could resize the designs or if I could make a design for them. And you can add more mockups showing the printed product. Again, see what the best sellers are doing. Now it's time to make your shop if you don't already have one. Go to my description, take the link that says 40 free listings and copy and paste it into a new tab. It's one of my friends' link. There you go. You can upload 40 listings for free and I saved you $8. And it's time to upload our listing and have the best SEO. But before we do that, we need to do some research again. Go back to the best sellers in your niche and take a look at the titles and the descriptions. I want you to take the keywords from several listings that match your design and combine them into one title. Try to make the title as long as possible. Don't add commas and try to make each keyword to connect with the previous and the next word. Take this as an example. Each word connects with the previous and the next word. This is an example of a good SEO. Next, you could ask ChatGPT to write you a description, but afterwards you need to add the dimensions, a paragraph that says that it's a digital product, a section on how to print it, and anything else you want. Then the tags are very important. If you use eRank, you can see the tags of the best sellers and use them, or you can type keywords that describe your product. It's not rocket science. Use all 13 keywords and try to make them as long as possible. Think about what the customer would type to find your product. Make sure that the thumbnail looks good and arrange the photos in the order that you want. Fill out the other stuff and it's time for the price. Since you're just starting out, or you already have a shop but don't have many or any sales, go again to the best sellers to see their prices. Now go on and set your price lower than them. Our target here is to make our first sale. We do not care about how much profit we have at this point. We need some sales and some reviews first, and then we will increase our prices. Finally, it's time to publish it. You did it! Now it's time to sit back and wait for the money to come. I am joking, this is just the start. You need to repeat this process again and again. You need to make hundreds of listings to succeed, if not thousands. But if you do this, you will surpass $1,000 per month. You can run ads if you want to succeed faster, or you can wait for your SEO to work a bit longer to see success. I personally haven't used ads because I was already ranking on the first page with many of my designs. But I'm open to trying them one day as an experiment. One thing you can do is to go to the marketing tab and set a daily sale for your products. People are more likely to buy from you if they see a sale and a timer running out. They feel like if they don't buy now, they will lose an opportunity. Also set these 3 marketing strategies. Set it to something higher than the percentage you offer for your daily sale. You will get customers back with this. Make sure that you reply quickly to customers, and if they ask you to make them a custom design, do it. We need sales to rank higher. Do it and don't even bother to charge something extra. Trust me, you will get the sale and probably a 5-star review, which will make you a star seller in the future. I think that's a lot for today. Your success will depend on how much time you're willing to spend on this. It will be hard to reach $1,000 profit in your first month, but you can do it on the second or the third month. Etsy can actually replace your 9-to-5 job if you take it seriously. Give it a try. You have nothing to lose and a lot to gain. And if this video does well, then I will create a new Etsy shop to see how much I can earn in my first month. If you want to see it, subscribe, and I will see you again soon.